Welcome to PD on the Go, the podcast that delivers bite-sized learning on communication, collaboration, and facilitation skills for busy teacher leaders. Tune in while you're in the car, on your lunch break, or making copies, and get ready to level up your leadership skills. My name is Mary Beth Anderson, and I'm with the Office of Professional Learning in Fairfax County Public Schools. I'm joined today by my two colleagues.
Hi, I'm Hallie Case.
And I'm Sarah Phillips.
And today we are continuing our work with welcoming our new team member, Sarah. And last week we did a little demo of looking at a 5-minute personality test to get to know each other's strengths. And today we're going to dig a little deeper, and we're going to use Elena Aguilar's Identifying Core Values to look at what are our values individually and how can we leverage those or consider them as we think about collaborative work together. So, Sarah, why could it be important for teams to take the time to identify these core values when thinking about their team and kind of digging deeper than just a community builder?
I think naturally in the beginning, in the forming and norming stages of team development, things feel very smooth. And so it's all friendly, we're all getting along. And I think once a team gets into the storming phase where they're getting busy and making more decisions, values really play a role in how people react to that stress or those situations. So it's important to identify them early on.
Yeah, it makes me think too, like when you mentioned the word stress, sometimes I think in those moments, or even not, like even if we just think that something should be approached in different ways, those reasons could be connected to values. Mm-hmm. So if a team understands what really is at someone's core beliefs, what they care most about, then it's easier to understand why someone's like really advocating for a particular issue. Or when times are really stressful, you can think like, okay, let me remember what Mary Beth's values are, and maybe that can help me understand where she's coming from since we're not seeing eye to eye on something.
Yeah, it makes me think also like when you're collaborating with someone, also when you're sharing an idea, thinking about like, how do I show how someone's core values are aligned to this idea in like, you know, promoting school change or something, being
like
able to,
them.
To be able to know, not manipulate.
Well, like, I think that was on the core values list.
Not mine.
Did you circle it?
No. But thinking about like, how can you tie in people's core values when like we had to adopt a basil in our county. So how can you lift that up when it's some work that you have to do together too? So that's another lens.
Yeah.
But so let's like be able to demo this for teams and kind of dig into our core values. So Hallie, do you want to start?
Sure. So so the way that this worked, and I think we all did the same process, I circled 10, then I narrowed it down to 5, and then I picked my top 3. My top 3 are compassion.
Me too.
Really?
Yes.
That's one of your top 3?
That's one of my top 3.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Okay, gratitude is my second. Well, they're not in any order, but I had gratitude, and joy was my third. And it was interesting because as I looked at the other ones I circled, they all were sort of along. Like, I feel like those are broad categories that some of the other values could fit into. Like, humor, I think, fits under joy. Humility is important to me, but I see that as like an element of gratitude. And then the compassionate piece of just, I don't know, just really like needing to care about other people well matters to me, which is interesting because now when I think about, if you listen to the last episode, I was a lion, and I feel like I need to make sure that I'm keeping these values in mind for myself too when I'm making decisions or trying to lead work or be a participant in work. But yeah, so those were my top 3. What I was surprised didn't rise to the top was efficiency, because in the past I have valued that, but I guess I'm in a season of life right now where it's not as important to me.
That was one of my 10, like in the beginning, efficiency, but then I narrowed it out.
Yeah. Okay, so Sarah, you had compassion.
I had compassion, and my other 2 of the top 3 were authenticity and then mindfulness. And like you, I feel like they were interconnected with some of the other ones I circled for my top 10, like gratitude and humility,
Yeah.
equity, family. They kind of all fall under the same umbrella, some of them, trust. But yeah, compassion, authenticity, and mindfulness were my top
Okay.
3. How about you, Mary Beth?
Okay, so 2 of mine are very similar, but I just couldn't let them go. And you won't be surprised by them.
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah.
Is fun one of them?
Yep. So I just love to have fun. And I think of fun as like enjoying the work you do. And these core values, this talks about these values applying to work and personal life, which I think some of our other like compass points or the personality test has this lens of work.
Yeah.
You know, and so this activity or way to get to know each other is really thinking about both aspects. But yes, my dad used to say, even as a little kid, I would say, are we going to have fun? Are we going to do this? So that was important to me. Another one was humor.
Oh,
Surprise,
yeah, that's a good one.
surprise, surprise.
I had that circled as one of
Yeah, which goes along with
It
joy.
does.
And I think humor and maybe humility, sort of, it's like you have to be able to laugh at yourself and laugh in the work, because being an educator is really hard work. And if you're not laughing and enjoying it, then it's going to make that uphill battle even steeper, I think. And the last is meaningful work. It has to make sense for me. It has to mean that I'm making a difference in what we're doing. And I think when it comes down to any decision I make or thing that really is important to me is like teachers are on the ground doing that important work, rolling up their sleeves, and it has to be meaningful for them and their job and realistic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what stuck out to me.
So we have some overlap.
Yeah, because I feel like
Yeah.
even though there may not be the same words,
Uh-huh.
a lot of them go
Like pretty hand
Yeah.
in hand with each other and have some overlap. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's really cool.
Uh-huh.
So like knowing this, like
Uh-huh.
what can we be mindful of moving forward as we collaborate and do some messy work together as the year goes on?
I feel like something I've noticed already about our team is that we do like to laugh together, and I feel like that will help during stressful times and during times of crunch
Yeah.
when it comes to the work. And so I do appreciate that about our work together.
And I would say, like, sometimes, because we love to talk and laugh, that, like, we also have to remind ourselves, like, how to stay on task,
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
So when we, like, know that this is important to us, like, make time for it, but also be able to get back to our task at hand or be able to put things aside when we need to. I know I need this.
Well, and like
reminders.
tapping into your values, you have the meaningful work and mindfulness. I don't really have one like that. So maybe I need to adopt some of that core value. But I mean, I think that maybe those need to anchor us a little bit more in times where it's just like, wait, we have to really put our heads down and not that we've never have not done that in the past. Like I think in any role we've done, we've shown up that way, and like 3 joyful, funny people working together.
Yeah.
That'll
And
be
just-
important.
Yeah, like remembering when we're making decisions, who we're making, you
Yes.
know, and the work we do. Like another one that came up for me was service. I think our roles are in service of our division.
Yeah.
So, like, how do we support the people that we are serving and do it in a fun way?
Yes.
All right. So, thinking about this, we will share this list of core values as a resource, and you can find those on our Atlas page by searching Teacher Leadership. You can also find it in our bio on our Instagram page at FCPS_PD. Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode of PD on the Go, and we hope you join us for more next week.